The last dream I can remember that was a little bit frightening for me was I was in my kitchen and I reached for the kitchen faucet and this strange little hand reached out from the garbage disposal and grabbed my arm.
When I'm in the middle of a project and I'm racking my brain for a solution, I end up dreaming about it. And every once in a while I'll see forms kind of spinning in my head.
I think I may have things which other people would call nightmares, which I think are jolly good fun.
In dreams, you can become the choreographer, the director, the hero, and the villain. I grew up listening to stories. My mother would always leave the story at what is called a cliffhanger at the end of the day. And she said, now you dream up the rest of it tonight, and tomorrow morning tell me what the ending is. So I always went to bed thinking of how to complete the story.
Often in my dreams, I see how I want the world to be. I grew up on a farm in Alberta, Canada. Imagine looking out your front door and not seeing another house as far as you can see. There's some pasture land. Off in the distance are mountains. It's just sensational. But one nightmare that I have is there's a cataclysmic future. And so that's both a waking and dreaming nightmare that I hold, that we've missed the boat on global warming and that it's actually too late.
Dreams are just our mind thinking in a very different biochemical state at night. We dream about just about everything we think about awake, our hopes and fears, and some of it is incredibly mundane and trivial, but occasionally some of it is really transcendent and wonderful.
In my dreaming state, I see and feel vast continents of colors. Colors that I dreamt that I have no name for, and that excites me.
People throughout the ages have tended to use the word dream to mean a lot of things that resemble our real nighttime dreams. Visions, fantasies, and daydreams, but also we use the word dream to mean aspiration.
小学生時代の夢はホンダの F1 チームの監督になることでした。第1期、ホンダ F1 チームの中村義雄さんというエンジニアの方に憧れておりまして、ああいうふうになりたいなというふうに思っていました。そういう意味では私の夢を達成しました。
Dreams are the expression of the human spirit for creativity and imagination. Nightmares are dreams that have gone sour.
When my dad passed away, I had a couple of bad nightmares. There was no violence there. It was nightmarish because it was my father. And I wanted him to be alive.
Both nightmares and dreams can help us become more aware of ourselves. They bring strange ways of looking at things. They bring new perspectives. And in that way, the dream is very creative.
I came back from my father's funeral and I just thought, well, I'm just going to paint what's in my head. It really did feel like this, like a dam had burst. My subconscious liberated my sorrow in the form of paintings. The waking dream is a kind of problem solving. It is a way that you address the problem of why am I here, who am I, all those big, big questions.
How can I extend beyond what's plainly visible and reach further? Why am I doing everything that I'm doing? Am I doing it for the right reasons? Until you get outside of your own head, you're probably not going to find the answer. And sometimes it does take some dreaming.
To be a designer, you have to have dreams. I grew up with cars. My dad always had, muscle cars and hot rods. I remember having fun, with my dad and learning about, all these different parts of the engine. So when the first car that I was able to work on was unveiled, It's one of the coolest things ever to be sitting there and have, these two beautiful women rip the cover off the car, and I was fighting everything not to cry. Working on something like this for so long, finally getting the opportunity to show my dad, it was just awesome.
I don't really make a distinction between dreams and beliefs. Without a dream, without a belief, you can't act. You must think it, you must dream it before you do it.
As a farm kid, way out in the middle of the Alberta prairie, you feel quite one with nature. And the idea that the world that I will leave for my children may not be as pristine as the one that I'm living in is definitely a motivator. So I grew up with a very deep environmental consciousness. But I also love cars. My job now, I look after our Honda FCX Clarity fuel cell vehicles. It takes hydrogen and air and combines them to make electricity, which drives the car, and just pure water vapor comes out the tailpipe. I think I'm the luckiest guy in the company to be able to work on what has been my dream goal of trying to leave a livable world to our children. A dream moves you whether you're sleeping, eating, thinking, awake.
It goes deep. It speaks to the place behind our heads that is really us.
It's something in the back of your mind that you know you must do, you have to do.
What is my dream, and how can I take action on the basis of that belief or dream?
And to actually achieve that dream is it's probably the best thing in life.